net tonight at 8:30. W8VPV. Repeater. W8VPV. Repeater. Net. W8VPV. Repeater.
This concludes our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. Net to start in about 9 minutes. This concludes our Monday evening transmission. Well, that ain't working out. Good evening, and welcome to the Gulf Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KDAVYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2376 with a release date of Friday, May 12th, 2023 to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Hams in the Caribbean gear up for storm season. Amateurs help a woman in India reconnect with her family, and the ARRL offers U.S. hams assistance in evaluating their RF emissions. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2376 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's first independent, on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Wadsworth, Ohio, Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
Our top story takes us to the Caribbean, where hams await the storm season ahead with formal training and emerging disaster response network. John Williams, VK4JJW, brings us those details.
With the approach of this year's hurricane season in the Caribbean region, emergency training exercises have got underway again for amateurs in the ULU Radio Movement / Rainbow Radio League in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As always, amateurs will be relying largely on HF communications because the mountainous terrain of the islands in the region provides challenges for successful VHF signal paths. ULU has been in the process of growing its emergency network and now has 10 stations based on the main island, including one near the airport. The league's director, Donald DeRiggs, J88CD, told local media outlets that the hams are closer than ever to creating the island-wide HF emergency network that they've long envisioned. They're also looking to support a more robust maritime rescue and air response network for disasters throughout the region. New equipment has been donated, and one of their biggest benefactors has been Australia-based Barrett Communications. The most recent of 3 shipments from that company arrived in February, bringing SDR transceivers and sturdy antennas, hopefully capable of surviving the coming season of storms. This is John Williams, VK4JJW.
It took 10 years for a woman in India to find her way back to the family she left behind when she married. Jim Meechin, ZL2BHF, tells us how hams assisted her in her journey.
An early marriage and separation from her family kept Rubina Begum apart from her family in Bengal for more than a decade. With the help of police and the West Bengal Radio Club, the relatives have found one another again. According to reports in the Times of India and the Millennium Post, the National Commission for Women, a government entity that advocates for women, had been trying to assist her in tracing the family she had lost touch with after marrying into a Kashmiri family at the age of 14. The media reports said that the woman, who is now 24 years old, was originally brought to the Baramulla sector in Jammu and Kashmir to be married because her father was unable to bear the expense of raising 4 children at home. The woman's brother, Hassan al-Sheikh, told the Times of India that in the ensuing years they believed she was lost to them forever. But he spoke with her at long last on Wednesday, May 3rd, after the Women's Commission contacted state police who reached out to the hams in West Bengal. The club has a long track record of facilitating such reunions. After contacting the woman with the phone number provided, Club Secretary Ambrash Nag Biswa, VU2JFA, reached out to a colleague proficient in Hindi and Kashmiri, and details of her story finally emerged. Her brother is expected to travel and bring her home to Bengal soon, to be with the family she has missed so much. This is your region, ZLTBHF.
If you haven't already checked your station to evaluate its compliance and RF exposure, the ARRL is offering some help. Dave Park, WB8ODS, has that story.
The ARRL has reminded amateurs in the United States that it is making its resources available to help licensees comply with FCC rules on RF exposure limits. Those limits went into effect in 2021, and a 2-year transition period was granted to permit hams to conduct evaluations and make necessary changes for stations that do not conform to the exposure rules. The ARRL issued its reminder to hams just as the transition period ended on May 3rd. Hams are not exempt from conducting such evaluations even if they transmit at very low power. The League's resources include a video about RF exposure and evaluation, an RF exposure calculator, and an RF safety section excerpt from the ARRL handbook. Perhaps most importantly, the League is encouraging all hams to make use of the resources, whether or not they belong to the ARRL or have established a website account. Visit arrl.org for more details. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Dave Parks, WB8ODS.
This year's Dave Coulter Memorial Youth Adventure has been canceled. Organizers at the Dayton Amateur Radio Association said there was insufficient time for the kind of planning that would have allowed everyone to obtain their necessary passports. No other details were immediately available, and there was no indication when the next trip would be scheduled. This year's DX Adventure was to have taken place in Curacao. The annual trip, which has brought young amateurs to the Dutch Caribbean, Costa Rica, and Curacao, is named in memory of Dave, KV8OCP, who became a silent T in November of 2013. A popular, lively voice in amateur radio in Argentina has become a silent T. We learned more about her from Graham Kemp, VK4BB.
In the final year of her life, Asunanu, Alvarasan, LU90Y, was no longer able to be on the air. But until then, the 95-year-old was a well-known and well-recognized voice in her home country of Argentina, as well as Chile and Uruguay. She became a silent T Thursday, April 13, at her home. According to a news article in the YLB newsletter, she was an almost constant presence on the air during the last 50 years, and many heard her exchanging greetings and information on 20 meters. Her introduction to amateur radio came during the early 1960s, and she embraced operating on AM. She and another amateur, Nellie Lopez, LU50X, now a silent, were considered pioneers in being the first women amateurs in the region. By the time she retired as a teacher, she had become a major presence on sideband, where she was well respected as an operator. According to the news article, her 90th birthday was a great occasion, inspiring amateurs who had worked her from DX locations.
AMSAT supporters who are deepening their commitment to amateur radio in space by joining the President's Club have a special commemorative coin that says, "Thank you. We hear more from Neil Rapp, WB9VPG."
The AMSAT President's Club has released its commemorative coins for 2023, with this year's coin marking the 40th anniversary of the launch of the AMSAT Oster 10 satellite. The German amateur radio microsatellite took to the sky from French Guiana aboard an Ariane 1 rocket on June 16, 1983. According to the AMSAT DL website, the star-shaped satellite had an elliptical orbit that made it possible for radio communications of several hours' duration to take place around the world. Members of the AMSAT President's Club will be receiving the coin along with other recognition, including mention in the AMSAT Journal. The President's Club is an annual membership organization, and each year's 2-inch metal coin honors a different Oscar satellite. Visit amsat.org and look for details about the President's Club. This is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG.
This week, in our occasional series, Nets of Note, Newsline takes a look at one net that provides an opportunity for all licensed hams anywhere in the world to learn more about APRS. Patrick Clark, K8TAC, has that story.
For one very enthusiastic group of amateurs worldwide, every Thursday is Net Day. Check-in time on that day between 0000 and 2359 UTC ensures that every amateur will receive all APRS net traffic from any stations checking in during the 24-hour period that follows their own check-in. Organizers call it APRS Thursday, and it's been going strong since December of last year. The net is conducted over the announcement server service at KJ4ERJ and is managed by Michael, KC8OWL, and Angelo, DU2XXR/N2RAC. Angelo, in the Philippines, is also the net manager of a separate net known as the APRS PHNet. Both Michael and Angelo hope that the Thursday check-ins will increase familiarity with APRS for ham and grow this kind of message activity around the world. If you're curious about APRS or want to learn more, you can email Michael at kc8owl@yahoo.com. This is Patrick Clark, KHTAC.
The deadline is coming up fast for a chance to nominate your choice for Amateur Radio Newsline's Bill Pasternak Young Ham of the Year Award. Candidates must reside in the continental United States and be a licensed ham 18 years of age or younger. We're looking for someone who has talent, promise, and commitment to the spirit of ham radio. Find application forms on our website, arnewsline.org, under the YHTY tab. Nominations close on May 31st. Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the K3 PSG repeater in Butler, Pennsylvania at 2 a.m. and 8 p.m. on Tuesday. The numbers just keep growing into the tens of thousands in the Internet Archive's digital library of amateur radio and communications. Jack Parker, W8ISH, gives us those details.
It's a virtual bookshelf of radio that seems to go on into infinity. The addition of new documents from the Anchorage Amateur Radio Club in Alaska, the Worldwide TV FM DX Association, the Irish Radio Transmitter Society, and the Pikes Peak Radio Amateur Association in Colorado has expanded a digital collection of shortwave and amateur radio history to more than 75,000 items. This is the work in progress, known as the DLARC Radio Library. The library also contains more than 24 episodes of the Rain Report that were believed to have been lost. And yes, you will find archived newscasts from Amateur Radio Newsline. Program Manager of Special Collections, Case Events, K6KJN, said the most recent additions included recorded presentations and talks, including those from the Microhams Digital Conference and the Radio Amateur Training, Planning, and Activities Committee, known as RATPAC. Many amateur clubs' newsletters, which were never posted online before, are now available and are full-text searchable and available for download. The library, which was created with a grant from Amateur Radio Digital Communications, is always looking for new material to add to the collection. See the link in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. This is Jack Parker, W8ISH.
Congratulations to Ohio's new Amateur Radio Museum. It's the Waller McMahon Museum in Cambridge that has opened to visitors in a restored radio station building after years of work by volunteers assembling the collection of ham radio gear and related items. The museum is the pride of the Cambridge Amateur Radio Association, W8BP. The name of the museum honors Homer McMahon, who built the first radio receiver in Cambridge in 1912. It also pays tribute to his brother-in-law, Roy Waller, who is credited with being the first to copy signals from a U.S. Navy station operating in Arlington, Virginia that year. The two men were known as experimenters who built receivers and transmitters and operated a wireless station in town. Their enthusiasm eventually led to the creation of a wireless association of Cambridge. Researchers in the United States have created thinner, denser computer chips with big possibilities. We learn more from Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
Denser and more powerful computer chips may soon be possible thanks to findings in a laboratory at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Researchers there have developed a means of working with 2D materials so slender they are no more than 3 atoms thick. By layering them atop a fully fabricated silicon chip, they are able to create a denser integration. According to the MIT News website, this low-temperature growth and fabrication technology does not result in damage to the chip. Damage was a major concern during previous attempts to achieve this integration atop a silicon CMOS wafer because the process customarily requires temperatures of 600 degrees Celsius. Temperatures above 400 degrees Celsius could cause the transistors and circuits to break down. The news website also reported that this technology reduces the growth and integration process on an 8-inch wafer from more than a day to less than an hour. A shortened growth time is seen by researchers as particularly effective for industrial fabrications because of its efficiency. Researchers also said they want to explore use of this process for such flexible surfaces as textiles, polymers, or paper, raising the prospect of integrating semiconductors into clothing, paper notebooks, and other everyday items. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
In the world of DX, be listening for Harold DF2WO on the air as 9X2AW from Rwanda until the 15th of May. Harold will be using CW, SSB, and the digital modes on the HF bands and 6 meters. QSL via M0OXO's OQRS. Look for Pete, M1 PTR, Tom, M0DCG, and Kieran, M5KJM, on the air from the Great Basket Island IOTA number EU-007 using the call sign EJ6KP/P until the 18th of May. They are using SSB on the HF bands during local daylight hours. Check QRZ.com for QSL details. Listen for Giorgio IU5HWS using the call sign 5UA99WS from Niger until the 15th of June. He will be on 40 through 10 meters using FT8 and SSB. QSL via LOTW or via EA5GL. You have until May 31st to log the special event call station VI2023HRH in Australia. Members of the Wireless Institute of Australia are calling QRZ with that call through the end of the month to celebrate the coronation of King Charles III of England. QSL via the operator's instructions. Okay, grab a cup of hot coffee for this week's final story. Sit back and let's listen to Randy Fly, WB4XJ.
For many of us, there's nothing better than working DX or calling CQ in a contest while sipping on a fresh hot cup of coffee. But what if that coffee was known as Ham Shack House Blend, Key Up Cowboy, or Morse Code Mocha? Steve Eilers, W3BIZ, believes we can have our ham radio and drink it too. Early in 2023, Steve began the Homebrew Coffee Company, combining his love for coffee with his love for ham radio. This coffee is not someone else's brand that he relabeled, but his own original coffee blends that are roasted and shipped the same day, no matter the propagation. He is an entrepreneur who takes his business seriously.
We source our beans from Bali, Peru, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, you name it. Ethically sourced beans, fair trade. That's a huge thing for me, is to make sure that we're doing it right. These people are getting compensated for their farms, and everything's fair.
His blends are made to resonate with a variety of tastes, from a donut shop style to a dark Italian roast, or something with a French vanilla or mocha flavor. All these and more await you at homebrewcoffee.com. When he's not making coffee, you can find Steve hunting POTA, chasing DX, rag chewing, or operating Skywarn and Aries in Kent County, Michigan. And of course, drinking coffee. This is Randy Sly, W4XJ.
If you have a piece of amateur radio news that you think Newsline would be interested in, we're not talking about advertising your club's upcoming Hamfest or field day participation, but something out of the ordinary. If so, send us a brief overview via the contact page at arnewsline.org. If it's newsworthy and we'd like to cover it, we'll get back to you for more details. With thanks to Air Force Technology, MSAT, News Service, the APRS Next, ARRL, CQ Magazine, CNN.com, Dave Altman, KO4YLZ, David Behar, K7DB, The Daily Jeffersonian, 425DX News, GypsyRoadTrip.com, the IEEE Spectrum, K7, K6KJN, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the Millennium Post, QRZ.com, shortwaveradio.de, the Times of India, the Vincentian, the YL Beam, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at airnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen E. Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Stephen Kinford, NHWB in Wadsworth, Ohio, since 73. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2023. All rights reserved.
This
our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. Let's start in about 10 minutes.
W8VPV. Repeater.
Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. My name is Thomas, and my call sign is Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Whiskey X-Ray. However, for the purpose of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic should go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to enhance net operating practices, and during the times of social isolation, to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by amateur radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that's complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, letting me confirm each call before moving on to the next. Then we'll work through those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until we're done. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call, repeat it phonetically, followed by your location. When all check-ins have been worked, I'll close the net after repeating the announcements. We also operate an HF plus 6 meter band exploration net starting at 9:30 after this. The approximate frequencies are posted on the web page. Tonight we'll be on 40 meters at approximately 7 Mark 187 megahertz. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment, and final frequency will be announced much closer to the start of that net. Tonight I have 3 announcements so far. May 28th at 7:30 is our next activity meeting. It will be broadcasted on Zoom. There will also be a meeting in person, but our speaker will be via Zoom. And it's the Voice of America Museum and the WC8 VOA amateur radio station. Please join us for that presentation. Secondly, June 14th is our next business meeting, and this meeting is important. We do need attendance to vote for the officers and trustee positions available. And thirdly, coming up are renewals for membership. July 1st is the start of the next year of membership, so please get your renewals in before then. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, now asking for check-ins from hams with traffic or officers with information for the net. Please call now.
N80QP.
Go ahead, Pat. N80QP.
First of all, you need a correction there, Thomas. It's the VOA demonstration or presentation is actually the 24th, not the 28th, as you stated. The 24th is a guy from the VOA. Don't have a whole lot. I think we've got a field day committee or field day meeting coming up on Zoom this Wednesday. I believe we set that for 7 o'clock. I gotta go back in my notes and make sure. But if you're interested in getting started in field day, we are having a meeting on it fairly soon. It'll be on Zoom. The link will be on the website, so stay tuned for that. I think that's all I got tonight, Thomas, so I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. Thanks for doing that, and back to net, N80QP.
Thanks for that correction, and I believe you are correct. It's I think it's this Wednesday, but I'll have to pull my notes up here in a minute and see when that was. It wasn't on the website yet, but we'll get on that and we'll get that link out for those interested in field day. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor looking for anybody with traffic for the net. Please call now.
Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango.
Go ahead, Frank.
Yes, I just wanted to confirm what Pat just said. This coming Wednesday, 7 p.m., and I don't know if the link is out on the website yet or not, but we will have our a field day planning meeting. If you have never been involved in field day and want to find out a little about it, please show up. This is a Zoom meeting, so you can sit back in the comfort of your house and maybe air conditioning even. It's starting to act like summer out there. Check into it. If you were a participant last year and you had a good time, by all means sign up. We need people, we need to find out what the interest is to start scaling it. And of course, that is a weekend, field day weekend, very briefly, is an opportunity to get out at Silver Springs Park, enjoy the summer weather, whether it be rain or sun or fog or mosquitoes or whatever. Play radio, put up antennas, and generally share the hobby with your friends. It's a lot of fun, and I encourage everybody to at least participate in one, in one field day. All right, that's all I've got. I'll wait for regular check-in then. Back to you, Thomas. Appreciate what you're doing. W8ECT.
Quick recheck.
Go ahead, Pat.
Just so that you two and everybody else is aware, I will get a hold of Anthony. He's probably not aware of that meeting, and I'll get it put on the page as soon as we can. It'll be in the calendar. And it'll keep it.
Sounds good, Pat. All right, do we have any more announcements or traffic here for the net? This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Please call now. Hearing none, I will go ahead and plug for Vince newsletter articles. If you have an idea, go ahead and type it up and send it over to Vince, AC8XO, so you can get it in the next round of the newsletter. All right, so we'll open up to regular check-ins. We're looking for 5, call sign only, and give me a chance to acknowledge each before we go. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, looking for check-ins now, please. WB8CXO, got you. Next, please. AD. That was a pretty good double, and I couldn't get either of you. Please come back. I did not get that. Go ahead and give it one more try. Up your power and maybe take a step to the side. See if that gets in a little bit better. KD81. I got you, Forrest. Are you in and out, or are you going to stick around? All right, got you. All right, we're looking for 3 more. Please call now.
You had HMS in there.
All right, got you, Steve. 2 more, please.
November 8th, Mike Kilo Romeo.
Cal Mark and Akron, in and out.
N8MKR, in and out.
All right, I got N8MKR, and Mike, I did not get your call sign. Please come back.
Number 8, November Hotel, Mark and Akron, in and out.
All right, got you. So we got 5 there. We'll go back up to WB8CXO. Thanks for that update there, and thanks for stopping by. All right, Forrest, go ahead from Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. All right, we'll go down to Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead.
Yeah, WAVPV in the net, K8HMS. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thanks for doing the net again here, Thomas. Yeah, not a lot to report. Just been busting my butt around here with yard work and stuff. We had a new fence installed to fence in our yard, so you know now we got to make changes with all the flowers or whatever that were around the old ones. So anyway, I guess that's about it. Hopefully I can make the meeting field day meeting, and yeah, Frank, I'm sure you're listening, so don't know what's going on, but if you need a captain for CW, I'm there. Okay, back to you. And I don't know if we're having the other net at 9:30. I didn't hear a frequency. KHMS.
Thanks, Steve, and go ahead with a recheck. Yeah, I believe that was Forrest, KD8YAX. We'll go try you again, Forrest. KD8YAX, go ahead.
I'm just checking in to keep the numbers up.
That sounded much better that time, Forrest. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. That brings us to the bottom of the list. Now we're looking for 5 more check-ins. Please call now.
November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa, N8 ACP, Chris in Akron.
That's you, Chris. Next, please.
W3X, John, Cuyahoga Falls.
I got you, John, and there was somebody underneath of you. Who was that?
AB8OU.
I got you, Zeke. We're looking for 2 more. Please call now.
Alpha Charlie 8, X-Ray Oscar.
I got you, Vince. 1 more, please.
KAACSA.
I got KA8BSA. Keith, got you. All right, we'll go back up to the top. Chris, you're up. N8ACP from Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Thank you there, Thomas. Thanks for it on the net. Let's see, I've got 2 notes of interest here that might be interesting to the net check-ins. First of all, it looks like I got an email from Justin down with the Hall of Fame Hams in Canton, and they are looking for volunteers for the Grand Parade. That'll be Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, 2:30 p.m. And you can contact Dave Belts. Well, I'll just give the address of the website because that's the easiest way to do it. And then the big one, they need about 15 guys for that one. And then for the Grand Parade, they need about 35 amateur radio operators. That'll be Saturday, August 5th, 8 a.m. You want to arrive by 6 or 6:30 a.m. And you can find all that information at hofhams.info. That's Hotel Oscar Fox Hams.info. Pause for time. So there's a number of local amateur radio operators that are going to be participating in the Ship Museums on the Air event, which will be the first weekend in June. There's a number of us that will be activating locally the USS Cod. The USS Cod submarine will be using the original radio room as well as the original 40-meter end-fed ZEP radio. So that should be really interesting. So if you hear us on the air that weekend, we'll be in the general portions of the bands. We hope to work you. That's all the news from me. W8VPV from N8ACP.
Sounds good, Chris. Thanks for that announcement there. We'll add it to the list here. WO3X, John, go ahead.
Nothing much to report here, but I'll be attending that field day meeting there on Zoom on Wednesday evening. So thanks for running the net here this evening. Back to the net, this is WO3X.
All right, Zeke, AB8OU, you're up.
AB8OU, good evening, everyone. Not much played in the Canadian Prairie QSO party over the weekend for a total of 10 contacts. Other than that, not accomplishing much at all, though the weather is nice. Anyway, won't be going to Dayton, so I'm going to miss that. Everyone have a good week, and everyone that's going, have a good Dayton. AB8OU.
Thanks for stopping by, Zeke. AC8XO, go ahead.
Good evening, Thomas, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, it's AC8XO, your local newsletter editor. But since Thomas already made the announcement, I'll forgo it. I don't have anything else, so it's just one for the numbers. Everybody have a good week, and I hope the weather stays like it is, because it's just wonderful. AC8XO, back to net.
Thanks for stopping by, Vince. And Keith, KA8BSA, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is KA8BSA, just sitting here doing some 30-meter FT8, logging Denmark and Czech Republic. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I plan on getting WD8 and BSA back up on the air again. Right now there's only a tri-band beam out there, so look for me. And I'll probably be doing FT8 and or tri-band. Catch ya. Bye. KBSA.
Thanks for stopping by. That brings us to the bottom of that list. Let's try for 5 more check-ins. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Please call now.
W8DIS, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Delta Tango, Brian and
I got W8DIS in and out, and Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Delta Tango. 3 more, please.
Please check in Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango up here in Cuyahoga Falls.
I got you, Frank. There was somebody else that you doubled with that station. Please call back.
Echo 8 Victor Quebec X-Ray.
VQX got you. I'm looking for 1 more, please.
KDI, in and out, just 1 for the numbers.
All right, got you in and out there. We'll go back up, and KE8YDT, you're up.
Hi, it's Brian in Akron. I'm a relatively new ham. Just wanted to jump on, say hi, everybody. Look forward to trying to participate in field day in any way I can, and join in a club soon. So that's probably about it for me.
Well, thanks for stopping by for our net. This coming up on the 24th of May, we do have an activity meeting. It'll be an interesting presentation on the Voice of America Museum and the WC8 VOA Voice of America amateur radio station. So you should come and join us for that, and that'd be a good way to get started there with the club. All right, Frank, W8EZT, go ahead.
All right, well, good evening, everybody, and thanks for checking in. W8EZT here. I am unfortunately not going to Dayton this year. This is the third year in a row, and maybe tying a record for the longest number of years that I have not gone to Dayton since I was a kid. So I'm going to miss it, but for all of you going, travel safely, and may you all find those little toys and gifts and special needs that you really want to help you with a hobby there. As I mentioned earlier, we do have a meeting coming up this Wednesday. It's a Zoom meeting, so you can attend in the comfort of your house. I would encourage any new ham who is a club member or would like to become one to just sit in and watch what's going on. Nobody's going to assign anything to you. We'll explain it briefly and then start talking about who can do what. We're going to try to scale it to our interest. We had, I believe, 5 stations going last year. One exciting change, and we will go over the rules a little bit, is the go-to station now has an opportunity for unlimited number of points. They used to be limited to an upper set. Go-to standing for Get on the Air. It's somewhat of an independent station from the club's participation, but their points combined with ours, they operate under their own call sign, and the hams that use or that operate the go-to station are the people that operate that are non-hams and hams that maybe haven't been on the air for a while. Its purpose is to get people back on the air, so we're going to kind of emphasize that, and if you're a new person or a beginner, it's a great way to do that. You don't even need a ham license to participate. Break for time. Other than that, look forward to the meeting coming up here on the 24th or whatever the successive Wednesday is. And, well, golly, Field Day is coming up here. It's the last full weekend of June. For those of you who are interested, let me go ahead and get my calendar up. It is the weekend of the 24th and 25th. Sometimes we set up on a Friday, sometimes we set up on a Saturday. It just depends on the scale of this operation, and we'll determine that in the next meeting. We'll probably have 2 or 3 meetings to put it all together and make sure we all know what's going on. We need people who know their way around computers for our IT operation. And of course, we have a lot of experienced people setting up radios and antennas, and be happy to go over that. If you worked on any of the park activations, this is like a park activation on steroids, and it's a lot of fun. All right, that's all I've got. We'll hand it back to you and catch you on the band exploration net tonight. W8EZT, back to net.
Thanks for that, Frank. Yes, and don't forget the go-to station, or you can operate under the club station as well. If you are a tech, there will be plenty of people there, so you can explore some of the HF bands and see what that's all about. It's a great time to see what rigs are out there, what we have set up, and the antennas and all of that. So please join us if you can do for that. KE8VQX, you're up from Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor.
Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Quebec X-Ray. Hi, Thomas, and everyone else on the net. Nice to hear from you earlier today with KD8SLG. Thanks for the advice on the NFED half-wave. Appreciate that. I am planning on going to Dayton. I've been told it is the Oshkosh of ham radio. I'm not sure if people are familiar with Oshkosh, but it's like the biggest air show annually in the world, the Experimental Aircraft Association. So my Elmers have told me I can't miss it, so I took vacation this week, and I plan on being there. So hope to see everyone else there. There are many people that I know, but that's about all I've got. So thanks again, Thomas. This is KE8VQX, back to net.
Thanks for stopping by, and if you know Oshkosh and amateur radio, you sure have a way of picking expensive hobbies there. All right, K8VI was in and out, so that brings us to the bottom of the list here. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, looking for additional check-ins. Please call now. Oh, hearing none, we'll go back through the announcements. Let's see. The first one here, the Hall of Fame Hams, hofhams.info, has two events, July 23rd and July 5th. They could use some first-class operators for some traffic passing there. Go to the website to check that out. We can always volunteer our time for help with that. Then May 24th at 7:30 is the Voice of American Museum presentation. Please join us for that. You can join us at the church in person or on Zoom if you're unable to attend in person. June 14th is our business meeting. And then this Wednesday, the 17th, is the first real field day meeting we have for this year. So if you're interested, you don't have to volunteer, but if you're interested to see what that's all about or have some ideas, please join that meeting, and so we can get the ball rolling on what we're going to do for that. And then lastly, July 1st is the membership renewal. Just keep that in the back of your minds. That's approaching pretty quickly, too. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Looking for any additional check-ins, please call now.
N8BAY, that's November 8th, Bravo Alpha Yankee. Ralph Gusteau, in and out.
All right, Ralph, got you in there. Thanks for stopping by. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. We're the last call for check-ins. Please call now.
Yeah, recheck.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, what is there a band exploration net tonight?
There is. I'm looking at the scope right now. It looks like we probably will have a spot 7.187 or 7.188, somewhere in that ballpark. I will wait a little bit closer to the start of that net and re-announce here on the repeater, but that's about where we'll be. You should be able to find us there. All right, go ahead, Pat.
We do have now, there should be a link to the Zoom meeting for Wednesday night and the field day meeting. I've already been told that Anthony's not going to be able to be there because he'll be in Dayton or Xenia. So. But if you're interested in attending the Zoom meeting on field day, the link is there. And it'll keep you back to net.
Thanks for that, Pat. Yep, see that on the website. It's confirmed there at 7 o'clock. All right, we'll do one final call. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor looking for last check-ins. Please call now. Hearing none, we'll prepare to close the net, and I'd like to thank all that took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Whiskey X-Ray, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I'll close the net with 18 check-ins and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 8:59 p.m. local time, 73.
Thomas, have a good evening. We'll probably catch you on 40, or I'm going to try to anyway. 7:30, thanks, and I hope you be.
Thomas W8ECT here.
Me, Frank?
There's somebody, it sounds like somebody trying to get in. I think they're transmitting on the output side. So station, if you're listening, You need to work on the adjustments for your HT. I can hear you barely in there above the noise, but you need to go to the input side of the repeater, 147.87, so your radio transmits there and then listens on 27. W8ECT, if I can pick a call sign out, I'll let you know, Thomas.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Frank. KE8OWX.
I might have been mistaken. I can hear somebody in there, but it sounds like they're having a QSO with somebody else, so just happen to pick our frequency. All right, W8ECT clear. I'll catch you on the band X net 930.
This is W03X. I think that's some other repeater that we're hearing. I'm hearing it pretty strong on my on 147.27. Back to this is W03X.
All right, thanks, John. Yeah, that could be Toledo. Sometimes when the band conditions are right, they come through here pretty loud. I guess that means we got a good antenna. All right, thanks, John. Good hearing you in there. W8EZT.
Just out of curiosity, what was our 40-meter frequency, KA8BSA?
I believe it's 7 to 187 or thereabouts, plus or minus. He's going to let us know by that time.
Okay.
By the way, within about an hour or so, or tomorrow morning, check your email because I'm in the process of getting a link to that file we talked about.
Cool. Thank you.
Not a problem. NATOQP.
For whoever was asking, the approximate frequency of the band exploration net will be, it'll be 40 meters, it'll be 7.187, but we have to dance around a little bit to avoid existing stations in there, so typically the net control will announce it on this repeater right before 9:30, but start looking for us around 7.187 by 9:30. All right, W8ECT, I'll be clear.
Yeah, that was me, Frank. Thanks. Pat already got me. KA8BSA.
Very good, Keith. Look forward to hearing you there. W8ECT.
First, I gotta find my microphone. I've been doing a lot of FP8. I think I still haven't packed up my man to talk.
If you're like me, don't grab the wrong one. I've started nets and responded to people on the wrong band because I grabbed the wrong mic. W8ECT.
Somehow I can relate to that. I used to start nets on 09 all the time, and it was supposed to be here.
Anybody who's been in the hobby for a while has done that, I'm sure. Right, or use the wrong antenna or forget to connect the antenna. All right, W8ECT.
West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. At Cuyahoga were from the southwest at 3 knots. Winds at Walnut Creek were from the south at 2 knots. Waves on the lake were missing. per hour. Wednesday night, clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny. Highs around 70. Thursday night, clear. Not as cool with lows in the upper 40s. At 9 p.m., weather reports for selected cities. At Akron-Canton Regional Airport, it was partly cloudy. The temperature was 59 degrees, dew point 37, and the relative humidity.
Boy, wish I had a 2-meter horizontally polarized beam up there. Probably be a good day to make some DX then. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, we'll catch you on the band X night. Thanks for the net. Thanks for running the net tonight. W8EZT. Again, Keith. Again. 10,000 comedians out of work, and we've got you.
That's it. I got a pair of 11-element beams sitting up in my garage. I used to have up at my parents' house, stacked pair.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you need. I've got a single 11 or 13 element Cushcraft that would be kind of cool to put up, but I'm in the process of taking stuff down now and getting ready to tear this house down, so going the wrong way, but when I get done, and I definitely want to put a tower back up and definitely want to put some good antennas up there. I've got them in the barn, just haven't gotten them up there. W8EZT, we'll catch you at 9:30.
OWX clear. Well, I found my microphone just to let you know. It's big, it's blue, it says Heil on it.
Thanks for the call. Thanks a lot, dude. Appreciate you coming back to me. K3ABM back to that one good one. All right, hey, got you back to net with a good one. And I need Kilo 5, Whiskey Echo. This is your Kilo 5, go ahead.
Kilo 9, number 9, Echo Yankee
8 November.
What's that again? KK7, Julie Golf Whiskey, very good. Thanks for coming down. 5'9" old man. All right, thanks. QRZ, Kilo Whiskey 8.
Bravo 5, Whiskey Tango X-ray.
Okay, who's the 5? Did I hear a 5 station here on 40?
Kilo Bravo 5, Whiskey Tango X-ray.
KB5WTX, 5'9" old man.
5'9" old man here as well. Good luck.
What do you call that? Same thing, mental deficit?
Yeah, same thing.
There's a lot of it out here.
Scotty.
5'9" old man, thank you. I'm on 14249 also.
You want to do 20?
Yeah, I'm up there now with another radio.
What's the frequency?
249.
Stand by.
Try it out.
Why are you participating?
Make bad shit go away.
So
That's why.
negative to you, sir. Why?
7-3, good day.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo 5 Delta Victor Tango.
QRP.
Kilo 5, Delta Victor Tango, 5'9".
QSL, you are 5'9" Arkansas. What's your park number?
1978 in Mosquito Lake State Park in Ohio.
QSL 1978. I'll look if there's a QRP station in there just to let you know. Alrighty, 73s, have fun.
Okay, thank you, 73. The QRP station?
Whiskey Bravo 3, Delta, Juliet Zulu, QRP.
Okay, I copied Whiskey Bravo 3 Delta.
Whiskey Bravo 3, Delta, Juliet Zulu, QRP.
Is that Whiskey Bravo 3 Delta Juliet Zulu?
QSL, I have you 57 into southeast Pennsylvania. I'm running 10 watts.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm having some high noise here, but you're a 5'7" in Ohio. Thank you, 73.
QSL, thanks for activating out there, 73.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Alpha Delta 2 Tango.
9, Yankee Kilo India.
Kilo Delta 9.
KD9YKI, I'm Mike in Indiana. You're coming in good and strong, good 5'9" here in Indiana.
KD9YKI, you're 5'9" Ohio. Thank you, 73.
Thanks for activating, 73.
Alpha Fox 4, Delta November.
Alpha Delta 2 Tango.
Alpha Fox 4, Delta November.
Roger that.
Roger, you're 5'9" Ohio.
All right, you're 5'9", Georgia.
Thank you, 73.
73, thank you.
Station in Tango. The station containing Tango.
Alpha Delta 2 Tango.
Okay, Alpha Delta 2 Tango, 5'9".
Copy that. You are 5'9" Eastern New York. Sorry for stepping on you.
Roger, thank you, 73.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Delta Whiskey.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Delta Whiskey, 5'9".
Roger, +5 in Michigan, over.
Thank you, 73.
Victor Alpha 3, Lima Golf. Victor Alpha 3, Lima Golf, you're 5'9", Ohio.
Roger, Roger. Thanks for the 5'9". You're 5'9", Ontario.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you, Sandy 3.
Alpha Delta 9, Whiskey Mike.
Alpha Juliet 3, Oscar.
Alpha Delta 9, Whiskey Mike, 5'9".
Roger, have you 5'9 plus in Illinois.
Thank you, Sandy 3. Station ending in Oscar.
Alpha Juliet 3, Oscar.
Alpha Juliet 3, Oscar, 5'9".
QSL 5'9", Western PA. Thanks for the activation.
Thank you, Sandy 3.
Kilo Bravo 0, Tango, Tango, Lima.
Kilo Bravo 0, Tango, Tango, Lima, 5'9".
Roger, Roger. You are 5'9", Indiana.
Thank you, Sandy 3.
Seb 3.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo Golf 5.
Alpha Kilo 4,
Oscar Golf.
Yankee.
Kilo Golf 5.
Yes, Kilo Golf 5. Golf Oscar Golf. You are 5'9" into Oklahoma.
Is that Kilo Golf 5, Golf, Oscar Golf?
Golf Oscar Golf. Germany, Ocean, Germany.
Hey, Roger, you're 5'9", Ohio. Thank you, Sandy 3.
Thank you for the 5'9", and thanks for the part.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Alpha Kilo 4, Golf Yankee.
Alpha Kilo 4, Golf Yankee, 5'9".
Thank you very much. You are 5'9" into North Carolina.
Thank you, Sandy 3.
Alpha Delta 3, India.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo X-ray 4, Bravo, India. Kilowatt.
Foxtrot Kilowatt.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Hotel Foxtrot Kilowatt.
Whiskey Bravo 9, Hotel Foxtrot Kilowatt, 5'9".
59 Illinois, good luck, 7-3.
Thank you, Sandy 3.
Kilo X-ray 4, Bravo, India.
Kilo X-ray 4, Bravo, India, 5'9".
QSL Craig 5'9", Alpha Lima, thanks for another one, 7-3.
Thank you, Sandy 3.
Alpha Juliet 4, Echo Whiskey.
Echo Whiskey.
Alpha Juliet 4, Echo Whiskey. You're 5'9 plus into Kentucky.
Alpha Juliet 4, Echo Whiskey, 5'9", Ohio. Thank you, Sandy 3.
73, thanks.
CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo Whiskey 9, Quebec.
Kilo Whiskey 9, Quebec, 5'9".
5'9" into Western Illinois, thanks for the activation, 73.
Thank you, Sandy 3. CQ Parks on the air, November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo 9, Mike Oscar, Echo.
Mike. Station ending in Mike. Whiskey. 22 rep, we start QSO.
Thanks for the powers and thanks for the contact there, Chris. WDDS going back to net with 1.
All right, they've got you back to net, and you are sounding great into Central Florida as well, sir. Line 13, Kilo Golf 5, Juliet India Mike. Jimmy, thank you so much for your help. Your first call.
Thanks for on the net, Thomas. Kilo Golf 5, Juliet India Mike. We'll try 28 first. Kilo 9, Sierra.
Tango, Victor, November. W4TV, 59, old man.
You're 5'9" plus 20, old man. This old man says 5'9" plus 20.
Very good, thank you. QRZ?
Kilo Tango 4, Zulu Mike.
KT4ZM, 5'9", old man.
You're 5'9", old man in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right, very good. Thanks for the contact. Kilo Whiskey, 8 November.
Yeah, you're about a 7. Between a 5 and a 7. Some QSB.
But you're not getting the full power, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I can hear you between a 7 and a 9 right now, so can you imagine if you had full power? Do you have the antenna tuned? Do you have it
Port.
up in the air?
Link off.
Yeah, okay. Well, check on them. I'll see if I can get a QSO going on this frequency so we can keep it clear. This K2 Hotel Victor November in contact with KO4UHL. The clear frequency would be appreciated. Anybody want to call? Call now, K2 Hotel Victor November in Delaware. Well, I hear somebody tuning up. Maybe that's KO4UHL. This K2HVN, QRZ. I guess that was you putting on a carrier, Bruce. I don't know if you tuned up any better. KO4UHL, K2HVN, over. Anybody copy this station? K2 Hotel Victor November.
WHPV. Repeater.
7.188, KE8OWX.
W8VPV. Repeater, TL110.9.
Check. Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Whiskey X-ray. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Yeah, I'm hearing them part of the time. I'm seeing 7185. We got a full net going on. You're over 26 years old? Yeah.
Frank, are you still there? KE8OWX.
Russ, are you here?
Yeah, go ahead, W8ECT.
Are you seeing guys right there sandwiching 188?
Like maybe they're high. There is somebody in there on either side of 188, but if you're lower sideband on 188, you should be okay. Hang on a second, let me listen around. There's somebody right here at 189 or 190, so he's 2 kilohertz up. So you're going to be right below him at 188, but 2 kilohertz wide. I can just barely hear the end of his audio. Now I've got obviously a 7300 here with good filters. You might try 187.5 or something like that. Let's see here. I'm sitting here at 878, and it looks pretty quiet.
Alright, we'll try 878 then. K8OWX, we're trying dot 878. Hey Frank, I can't tell if I'm over top of somebody on 1878 or 178.
I didn't say 178. It was 187. 187.8. I had a window right there. I'm on 7.189 right now, and I'm halfway into somebody else's QSO. But you're right. It's tough to see. Let me play around here and see what I can find.
Yeah, I'm hearing somebody running at 185.
I was just going to say, I'm down here at 182. Let me see what that looks like.
Whiskey Echo Zulu Tango, is this frequency in use?
That might work for you.
Alright, we'll give that a shot. Sorry guys for jumping around. We'll go 7 mark 182. Alright, so let's try this again. Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Whiskey X-ray, is this frequency in use? Alright, good evening. Calling all amateur radio operators to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night. V8 band exploration net. My name is Thomas. My call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Whiskey X-ray. However, for the purpose of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic should go through net control, and since the emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to enhance net operating practices, to exercise our equipment, and at times of social isolation to keep up to date about club happenings and keep in touch with other members. This net meets here or other similar places in the HF plus 6 meter band Monday evenings at 9:30 p.m. preceded by our VHF UHF repeater net. I'll go through the announcements real quick and then go into check-ins. We'll look for 5 at a time, and then give me a chance to confirm each before moving on, and we'll work through those 5 and then go for 5 more until we're done. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, give your call, repeat it phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been worked, we'll close the net after repeating the announcement. Announcement number 1, this upcoming is the next activity meeting, May 24th at 7:30 p.m., both in person and streamed on Zoom. That is the Voice of America Museum and the WC8VOA Voice of America Amateur Radio Station. June 14th is our next business meeting, and that's an important one. That's for the annual elections. And this Wednesday, the 17th at 7 o'clock is our first field day planning meeting, and that will be on Zoom. That link is on our website. That's cfarc.org. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, now looking for check-ins for the net. Please call now.
November 8th, America, Charlie Papa, Chris in Akron, N8ACP.
N8ACP, Chris, I got you. Next, please. I got WB8CXO. There was somebody else in there. Please come back.
Alpha Bravo 8 Oscar Uniform.
Zeke, I got you AB8OU. Do we have 2 more check-ins? Please call now.
Kilo Alpha 8 Bravo Sierra Alpha.
I got you, Keith, KA8BSA, and 1 more, please.
How about Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango?
Hey, I got you, Frank, in there. All right, we'll go back up to N8ACP from W8VPV. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you there, Thomas. I think I got all my comments during the 2 meter net. Kilo Echo 8 Victor Quebec X-ray, I think as the call was in there at the end of the check-ins there. So we'll say 73 to all, and thanks for running the net. W8VPV from N8ACP 7:30.
Thank you, Chris. You're sounding pretty good tonight. Propagation must still be up a little bit. I got VQX there on the end of the list here, but we'll go up to WB8CXO. Go ahead, Mike. Have fun in Dayton, and you sure are correct. Sometimes it's hard to find a spot out here. All right, Zeke, AB8OU, you're up.
AB8OU, good evening again. Nothing new here. I said conditions are a little different tonight since I can hear stations on the 40 meter net. Usually I cannot copy anybody on 40 meters this close. Anyway, back to you. Have a good week. AB8OU.
Thanks for stopping by, Zeke, and you do sound pretty good here. All right, Keith, KA8BSA, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone, again. This is KA8BSA. Unplugged the FT8 and plugged in the microphone. I found it. I plan to make the Zoom meeting on Wednesday for field day. I'll have to set my watch to remind me. Nothing else to add, so back to you, KA8BSA in the group.
Thanks for stopping by, Keith, and hopefully we'll get you or somebody else to run the GOTA station. I think that was very successful last time. All right, Frank, go ahead. W8EZT from W8BPV.
All righty. Thanks, Thomas, again for running the net tonight. Glad we were able to find a little spot to get in there. I guess that means ham radio is busy when you got a lot of activity out there. Anyway, the only big thing, again, this Wednesday, we're going to have a Zoom field day planning meeting. We're going to try to find out what the interest is. I'm hoping Anthony will get a broadcast out to all members. Please just sit down, tune in, and listen to a little bit about what field day is, and then we'll start trying to put something together. Again, we'll scale it depending on the interest, so if you're interested, by all means, let me know. Field day is a lot of fun. It's like a park activation or any other activity on steroids. We run 24 hours continuously. The stations were out there with generators and just having a good time. So look forward to seeing a lot of people out there. It is a wonderful way to bring club members together. All right, that's all I've got. We'll hand it back to you, Thomas, see who else is out there. This is W8EZT back to net.
Thanks for stopping by, Frank, and yep, we'll see you, or somebody will see you on Wednesday for that meeting. All right, KE8ZQX, you're up from Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, this is KE8ZQX put together some programs. It was very interesting seeing the museum listening to you and Frank turned out to talk to do this on the side. That's great. Anyway, glad I could find you and all that. So back to the next KE8ZQX.
Oh, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, Frank is literally an eighth of a mile from here, so he's usually a pretty good second set of ears for what I can hear and what we're seeing there. But yeah, like you're saying, there's a lot of noise floor, and like we talked about earlier on the repeater, I'm seeing almost an S8 noise floor today, so I need to get my improvements done, and I'll let you know how that works. All right, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor looking for any additional check-ins. Please call now.
WO3X, Whiskey Oscar 3 X-ray.
All right, John, got you. Next, please. Well, not hearing anymore. Go ahead, John, and if you heard anybody else there in the background, let me know.
Okay, Thomas, thanks for running the net this evening. This evening I'm using my
repeater
Zyju G90 that maximum output is 20 watts. It's funny, it has a lot of stuff on the display. The display is only about 1 3/8 wide, about 1 1/4 high. But this, it has SWR and signal strength, and it has the frequency for 2 bands. But anyhow, good news if Frank is listening. I was listening to the Breeze Shooters net on the Pittsburgh SDR, and the word is that the tickets are going out real soon in the mail, so we should be getting those tickets soon. That's the Breeze Shooters entrance tickets. So I don't have anything else to report here. So with that, back to the net. W8VPV, this is WO3X.
Thanks for stopping by, John, and that sounds pretty good. That radio is sounding really good there. Only 20 watts seems to be coming across pretty well for the distance between us and ground wave.
All right, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor looking for any additional check-ins. Please call now.
You do know you're only 3 KCs away from a 15,000 member net, right? November 2, Quebec, India, Lima.
We're not able to hear your net at this time. I apologize for that. We'll be wrapping up here shortly. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor looking for any additional check-ins. Please call now.
N8 RGL, November 8, Romeo Golf Oscar.
N8 RGL, go ahead.
This is N8 RGL. First time checking in. I was just scanning the 40-meter band and heard you guys talking there, and since you were looking for check-ins, I thought I would check in. But yeah, first time on here with this net in particular.
Well, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate that, and good to hear you. Where are you located, by the way?
We are in Mansfield, Ohio. Mansfield, Ohio. Where are you guys at?
We're from the Akron area, Cuyahoga Falls, so we're just north of Akron. Coming pretty good from Mansfield there.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, you're not too far from me then, I guess, in a matter of speaking. But you sound good, and I'm running a in-fed antenna, about 40 feet in the air, in-fed. So, all right, I'll let you guys go. Take care, and thanks a lot.
All right, 73. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. We'll go last call for check-ins. Please call now. Hearing none, we'll go through the announcements real quick. May 24th is the next activity meeting, in person and Zoom. June 14th is the next business meeting. This Wednesday is the Zoom field day planning meeting. Please join us for all of those if you're able to. All of them will be broadcast on Zoom if you're not able to be in person for any of them. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. We'll do one last call and then close the net. Please call now. Hearing nothing, we'll close the net here. I'd like to thank everybody that took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without you, we would have no net. This has been Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Whiskey X-Ray. It's been my pleasure to host this evening's net, and at this time we'll close the net with 8 check-ins and return this frequency to normal and customary amateur use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, closing the net at 9:50 p.m. local time. 73. Now, maybe a net where they're all running, legal limit amplifiers, because he's the only one I heard. And obviously, the three of us didn't hear it, so.
There was a net right down below us at 7180. It was pretty strong on my band scope, but I couldn't hear anything in ours. I think I don't know what he was worried about. We were a good 2 kilohertz away, 2.5 kilohertz away.
W8EZT, this is W03X.
Did hear your comment about the Breeze Shooters tickets, so I'll be watching the mailbox, and as soon as I get them, I'll bring them to the next event that we're all together in.
Okay, great, yeah. I got an email also from my brother, and they're going to be going out starting tomorrow.
Okay, I don't know if they'll be Well, I'm sure I'll have them then by the club meeting next Wednesday, so I'll bring them there.
Okay, great. Thanks. This is WO3X73 to you and whoever else is on there. I'll be clear.
John, have a good evening. W8EZT, clear and monitoring. Hey, Mike, go ahead. I guess it's your hearing. I have not heard it. I'll go listen for it now when next time I hear it, but it obviously should be Victor Papa Victor, not Victor Tango Victor. But now I'll have to listen for it. Listen for it, but I'm pretty sure it's Victor Papa Victor. But that is a generated speech. It comes from the manufacturer. Oh, it's an ARCOM. It comes from the ARCOM software, so that's the controller we're using. You know it well. One of the ones is the one you built for us. So, all right, W8EZT. Put the T resistor in, not the P resistor. W8EZT, clear and monitoring.
Yep, I agree. So they have. I do use the function, that does, the ranges